Grayson, obviously it was an interesting year for you, kind of going down to the G League, coming back up, going back and forth. What were some of the biggest things that you took away from the whole process? What were some of the biggest things that you learned from being around the Jazz this season?
I think the biggest takeaway for me has been the learning experience. I'm fortunate as a rookie to come into a really good team and a very competitive team. And so for me, I feel like going down to the G League was a great opportunity for me to get some playing time and work on a lot of the things that Johnny and Coach Quinn wanted me to work on, habits to put in, habits defensively, how to guard different actions, and when you can't get time in games in the season to do that, I think it really helped me to go down to the G League and do that. And I feel like I improved a lot from doing it, and I feel like I'm in a lot better place now than I was at the beginning of the year.
Grayson, it's a two-part question. You came into the league, with a big following, big fan base. Were you surprised at some of these arenas, like how much individual support you had, and like what was your, not that you had a whole season, what was like your welcome to the NBA moment where you like, damn, I'm like really in the league?
I think the welcome to the NBA one happens early on. I think it's just kind of when you're on the court and playing against guys you've been watching for years, and especially for me, like I love watching basketball. I've watched tons of basketball games year round since I was a kid, and so I'm like kind of going up against guys or. I grew up a huge Dwayne Wade fan, so when we're playing Miami and I'm watching Dwayne Wade play, I'm like, dang, okay, this is pretty cool. So I mean, I had a lot of moments like that throughout the year, just either competing against or being on a team against guys that I have grown up watching or have been watching for the last few years. And to the other part of your question, it's really cool for me just to the amount of Duke fans there are like nationally is pretty incredible, because I don't think there was an arena that I went to that I didn't have to see someone with a Duke jersey on, or someone screaming "Go Duke" at me as you're walking in or out of the tunnel, or someone saying that they're a Grayson Allen fan, and that's really awesome to me to be blessed and have that kind of support. It's not just in Utah or in North Carolina; it's really around the country.
Speaking of your NBA moment, were there moments at the end of the year that you kind of felt like you arrived, or that you felt that you belonged in the NBA?
Yeah, I'm careful not to say arrived, because I don't want to I definitely don't feel that way, but it was cool for me because that's something that I can look back on either this summer or as I start next year, and say that, okay, like you can play. There's tape and film of me doing things defensively that I wanted to improve on, and so I can look at that and say, okay, you can do this. Offensively, okay, you can score, you can do that. So for me, I think that there's confidence in knowing that I can do that, but now it's up to me to put together a summer of work and come back and do it consistently, or do it at a higher level, or do it even better. But it's definitely nice to have that where I can look at the same plays from the beginning of the year and the end of the year, and it will look a lot different.
Grayson, you went to Duke. You were a first-round NBA draft pick, but you did spend a lot of time in the G League this year. Was that at all a humbling experience for you?
I don't think so. I viewed it as a good opportunity. The way I see this team, and I think that I'm on a very talented team, obviously. So I wasn't coming into a situation as a rookie where they're like, okay, we're going to give you this many minutes and you can go and figure it out and improve. But for me, anything that I got early on, I had to earn, and going down to the G League was a way for me to earn more minutes. I think stuff that I did in the G League ended up translating, or Coach Quinn saw that and he felt like he could put me in, and there were moments through later in the year where I think he put me in and trusted me in the game a little bit more because of what I did in the G League. So it was really a good opportunity for me to just play and get better, and then also show myself and other people that I'm listening to the coaching and have improved.
Grayson, as well as you played those last couple of weeks, were you at all disappointed that you didn't get a chance in the playoffs to play, to show more minutes?
I mean, yeah, as a competitor, you want to play, but I mean, the guys that were out there did a tremendous job of competing. I mean, clearly didn't get the result that we wanted, but they fought really hard, and we had a good game plan, and I think we saw it working later in the series. But there's obviously the competitor in me sitting on the bench, like itching to get out there, but. You know, that's where it comes down to trust and coach and trust in the guys on the floor, and I think they did a good job out there.
How much were your defensive progression and offensive progression, especially over the last few weeks of the season, kind of interconnected?
I think the playing better on defense helped me offensively, and I say that because I had it ingrained in my head, like defense, defense, defense. And so if I'm out there and I mess up on 2 plays on defense and I know I messed up, you know, I'm thinking about it. I shouldn't be, but it's in the back of my mind, like, you got to improve defense. So you just messed up. So I think when I got out there and I played better defensively and got in kind of a rhythm defensively and, you know, wasn't worried about one mistake, kind of played through and got to the next, I think that's when it helped me offensively, because on that end, it's all about comfort and making reads and making plays. And I think I have the ability to do that, but I got more comfortable as I started feeling like I was playing better on the other end.
Grayson, you obviously played in the summer league last year, you know, but heading into this year, you know, what are you looking to accomplish, you know, with the summer league experience? Last year, you still kind of learned everything, but now that you got a whole year under your belt, what are you looking to accomplish on that stage this year?
I mean, use it as a great opportunity to keep building. I talk about like having points where I can see improvement, like mid-year, and then the final game of the regular season, and then from the final game of the regular season to the G League, I should see even more improvement. And so that's the goal for me, is to take advantage of it, use it as an opportunity, and keep improving. And, you know, hopefully come July, I'm better then and playing better than I am now.
Grayson, can you maybe give a specific example of something that Johnny and Quinn talked to you about, saying, this is something you need to get better at, this is something we want you to work on, and then kind of explain what the process was like of like actually making that happen?
I'm trying to think of a specific play for you. So there were a lot defensively. A lot of it comes down to footwork, and this is why I say it, like, the coaches that we have here are so great, because they pay attention to such good detail. So instead of, you know, don't let your man reject the screen, it's look at your footwork here and why he was able to do that. And so watching a lot of film with Johnny and Coach Quinn, it was, you know, there are a lot of times where I'm in the right position and then I end up crossing my feet to take that first step. And there was a game in Memphis. And I got driven by one or two times, I think, and I did that same thing, crossing my feet. And then I had games in the G League where we went back and watched film, and it was like, okay, you see here, you defended the drive, you didn't cross some feet, you kept your man in front, and you were strong defending the ball. And I come back and play a few games at the end of the regular season with the Jazz, and doing the same thing. And there are other examples like that, channeling ball screens, you know, chasing a guy off a pin down and then gapping it at the last minute, or getting a contest up, or, you know, pursuing guys as they come across ball screens. There's tons of examples like that, but it's those little things where, like, little details of footwork that I wasn't doing at the beginning of the year, I can kind of see now.
Do you have an idea of things this summer, now that you've been through a season, things this summer that you want to do, maybe without the coach's supervision all the time, but that you can do to try and get better this summer?
Yeah. I'm obviously going to work with the coaches a lot and kind of get more feedback from them on what I need to work on. and when I tell you I'm going to work on defense this summer, you know, it's kind of, I don't think many people picture guys in summer workouts doing defensive slides, because all the highlights you see on Instagram are people getting up threes or playing pickup or something. But for me, it's going to be continuing to work on that footwork on the defensive end. You know, getting my body in great shape, great conditioning going into, you know, summer league and then next season. And then offensively, you know, there's a lot of things that you can try to prepare and learn watching film, but it's different, you know, getting out there and getting a feel for what you need to do better. And so I think there's, you know, little things like, you know, shots, those mid-range floaters, all those little shots in the paint there that I can work on offensively, and continuing to improve as a playmaker both with the ball and without the ball.
Can I just shout one from back here? Sure. I know they make you wear a pink backpack on the road. I would imagine there's worse groups of guys to have a rookie season with.
Yeah.
For us, this is a really fun group.
Mm-hmm.
What were they like for you?
They were awesome. I mean, there's the moments like, I mean, wearing the pink backpack all the time. You know, there's a plane ride. I carried a giant bag of popcorn on the plane. Like you can't. I threw it over my shoulder. It was a huge bag of popcorn, and I don't think anyone really wanted it. I think it was just 'cause they just wanted me to carry it. So there's little moments like that that are fun and I guess kind of annoying if you're a rookie, but like they've been an incredible group to be around, and you know, for all the moments you see with like rookie hazing or whatever you want to call it, there's 10 of those moments behind the scenes where they're helping me out with something, whether it's, you know, something watching film or something on the court or making sure I'm ready to do a certain drill in practice. There's so many different things they've been helping me on, and I've been blessed to be with a group of guys like this. Mm-hmm. It's gone for now, but I don't know if I'm allowed yet. We'll see. I keep getting reminded that I'm still a rookie until my first game next year. So, yeah.
Grayson, thank you very much.
Thank you.